Oddsmakers have set the 2008 New York Giants projected season win total at 8.5 games for the 2008 regular season. Do you play over or under? Find out next. From our Rockstar studio, this is Tony T here from Gamblers Television, covering the NFL Vegas style all season long. The New York Giants finished the regular season at 10-6 and qualified for the playoffs with a wildcard berth. Then the Giants became road warriors in the postseason, winning 3 straight road games against Tampa Bay, Dallas, and Green Bay to make the Super Bowl. Now, in the Super Bowl, the Giants defeat the New England Patriots 17-14 as a 12-point underdog. The Giants posted 10 straight road wins, and it was a team led by an outstanding pass rush. Oddsmakers have set the 2008 regular season projected win total for the New York Giants at 8.5 wins. Let's take a look at their schedule. The Giants play in the NFC East, and that means 2 games with Dallas, Philadelphia, and Washington. The NFC East plays the AFC North and NFC West, and that brings difficult road games at Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and yes, at Arizona. As the second-place team in the NFC East last season, the Giants must play the other 2 second-place teams from the NFC, and that brings a road game at Minnesota and a home game against Carolina. Let's take a look at their offense. Eli Manning threw for 23 touchdowns but committed 27 turnovers with 20 interceptions and 7 lost fumbles last regular season. Now, Manning played mistake-free football when it counted most, throwing only 1 interception in the postseason. Manning gained confidence late in the year and then became the leader I predicted on my show last year. Now, gone are the days when we saw Manning as a tentative quarterback who would just put up his arms and would shook his head in confusion. He's past that. The Giants' running game was strong, ranking 4th in the league behind Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw. Wide receiver Plaxico Burress played through injuries and produced. Amani Toomer was steady, and Steve Smith came on late with clutch play. Mario Manningham, acquired in the draft, could develop into a deep threat in the pros, and we'll never forget the clutch catch in the Super Bowl by David Tyree. Tight end Kevin Boss played well for the injured Jeremy Shockey last season, which resulted in an offseason trade of Shockey to the Saints. Take a look at their defense. Now, the Giants' defense carried the team in the postseason, but gone is Michael Strahan to retirement. The Giants led the league in sacks last season, mainly because of their defensive end play. Osi Umenyiora and Justin Tuck returned, but the team will need to develop depth behind them. The Giants lost linebacker Kawika Mitchell to free agency. Now, Antonio Pierce is the leader of this unit, and the Giants welcome the return of Matthias Kiwanuka, who broke his fibula last season in their 10th game of the season. The linebacker's leg won't be 100% until the second half of the year. He's still going to feel some soreness during the early part of the season. The secondary was shaky early, but excelled late when facing Tony Romo, Brett Favre, and Tom Brady in succession in the playoffs. And now to my selection. Head coach Tom Coughlin is one tough SOB who won't change much with a Super Bowl. I have some concern that he may resort back to his vigilant style if things go wrong without Strahan in the locker room correcting his behavior. He can be hard on players, and New York media is a bit too friendly with the players in the New York area and tend to take their sides in disputes. A player gives them a soundbite, and they got their back. And that all turns to drama. Now, the loss of Strahan will be felt, and the defense will not play up to the level of last season. You also have to factor in a difficult schedule. Play the New York Giants under 8.5 wins for the 2008 regular season. This is Tony T from our Rockstar studio, reminding you to visit and bookmark my television show page at www.gamblerstelevision.com for continuous point spread coverage from the NFL. Gamblers Television. Get addicted.